Hey y'all, it's Gabriel Santos here, and hello to my one subscriber again. So this video is about how to feel better, just period, how to feel better. Whether you're just having a down day, or your morning is kind of slow, or there's some things on your mind that are bringing you down a little bit. Sorry, I'm adjust this camera. That are bringing you down a little bit. Maybe you're stressed over some schoolwork, or you're just not feeling your best today. Or maybe you've been in a long rut where, maybe you haven't been your best and you're doing your best to climb out of that, but still you have those moments or those days where you're just not feeling, happy even. So here are some things that you can consider. But before I get into those things, let me just give a little teaching educational piece. So, and if you already know this, this is no offense, but so your thoughts, your mind, your emotions, your feelings are connected. And so if you want to think better thoughts, or you want to feel better, you can try your best to change one or the other, depending on you. And also I would like to add that if you're feeling down, if you're not feeling your best, even if things are considerably cool in your life, it's okay. It's okay. You're human. Being happy 24/7 all the time is not expected of anyone. Even if your life is going well. So yeah. So something I learned in my personal development journey, specifically from Tony Robbins, is that it's all about your state. What state of emotion are you in? What mental state are you in? And so to go from sadness to happiness, the misperception is that you have to achieve a certain goal, or you have to be like a perfect person with a perfect self-esteem to be happy, when in fact happiness is just a state, just like sadness is a state, and you can trigger yourself into sadness just as you can trigger yourself into happiness. It's just about taking the conscious action to get there. So yeah, that's my piece. So moving on towards how to feel better, right? So my first tip is to, are you hungry? Are you hungry? Because I know that when I'm hungry and when I haven't eaten, or maybe my body is, it needs to eat, I tend to just, like, my mind and my emotional state just kind of dwindles, and I think that's normal for people. So consider if you've eaten. And when I say this, I don't mean go and eat like some junk food to feel better. Like, are you feeding your body with nutrients? That's number one. Also, drink a lot of water. Number two, what are you focusing on mentally? Are you focusing on how rough the day is, or are you focusing on how much you have to do later? The mind is a tricky thing, and my belief and my observation of America and the Western culture is that it's a very mind-heavy culture, meaning we live up here, and when you're up here, you're not feeling. That's my experience anyways, with my own thoughts and my own emotions. And so take a moment to breathe. I know that's not going to cause happiness per se, but just take a moment to breathe. And there's actually a video I'm going to link in the description called the Emotional Flood Exercise, and Tony Robbins is actually the one that conducts that exercise. And this is not a Tony Robbins promotional video, but I've used that video several times before, and if you take it seriously and you buy into the exercise, then you can actually end up feeling a lot of things, whether it's appreciation, gratitude, and you also just you run through a lot of memories that you haven't thought about in a while that are packed with emotions. And so yeah, so try that, and then Lastly, in my opinion, the mind will get in your way. It'll constantly chatter, it'll constantly seek out every single thing that's wrong, all the problems, because that's what the mind is trained to do. It's trained to solve problems, and one of the problems with the mind is that it creates problems that aren't really problems, you know. Anyways, so the last tip being, take a moment to withdraw from your mind and to specifically focus for 5 to 10 minutes on all the things that you can be appreciative for. The fact that you're alive, the fact that your parents are alive, the fact that in this very moment you're okay. No one's gun is in your face. You're good, like you're good. And it's that moment of appreciation that will lift you out of that heavy, dense mental chattering that seems to be aimless, and it's like problems everywhere. Not aimless, but you know what I mean. The mind can just go off, and if we don't direct it, and if we don't take a moment to breathe and appreciate what we have, and not even in like a spiritual woo-woo way, like when you really sit down and you are grateful for the fact that you're not in the front lines of war, or that a major catastrophe hasn't hit your home, or your family members are okay, or things like that, like, you know, you really get some perspective. And so that's really what it's about. Get some perspective, and I'll link the description to that emotional flood video. Eat some food if you haven't already, that might help a lot. And yeah, get some perspective, guys. So that is it for this video. I hope y'all are doing well. I hope this video brought some value to your life, and peace.